Today we will be solving again for where two lines intersect. Today we're going to try using elimination. With elimination, we will be eliminating a variable. So these steps here again are going to tell me how to do that. Write the system so the like terms with the same or opposite coefficients are aligned. So basically, make sure your x's are on top of each other, your y's are on top of each other, equals a number are on top of each other. And then add or subtract the equations. This is going to eliminate a variable and then finish solving for whatever's left. So add the equation, and I'm just going to add straight down. Negative 4x plus 4x, this is cool, check it out. It's 0x, which we know is basically gone. We don't need to worry about it. Do the next piece. 3y minus 5y is negative 2y, and negative 3 plus 5 is 2. The reason that I love elimination is because it gets rid of one of the variables and leaves you with just one variable left. And that is easy to solve. 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. Look at that. I already know one of my variables. Now again, my answer needs to be a point. So step 3, take your answer from step 2, plug it back in so that you can write your solution as an ordered pair. It doesn't matter which equation you want to plug into. It's your personal choice. I think I'll plug into the bottom one because it has one less negative. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So 4x minus 5 times negative 1 equals 5. So this is kind of like a negative 5 times negative 1, which means it gets to be 4x plus 5 equals 5. And if I subtract 5 from both sides, 5 minus 5, that's just 0. So 4x equals 0, and 0 divided by anything is 0. So my final answer as a point is 0, negative 1. Oops, that was supposed to be parentheses. Okay, so what happens on number 3? On number 3, I get really excited and I say, yeah, cool, let's add them. And I start thinking about canceling things away. But hold on a second. 8b plus 8b does not cancel. That's 16b. Okay, did anything cancel? No, that wasn't helpful. That was absolutely the worst thing ever. Okay, what if I subtract? You can subtract them. The only thing is, I'm going to warn you right now, people always forget to subtract. They come here and they're like, oh yeah, that cancels, but then they do this. Well, I added those last two things, so that's not right either. Subtraction's okay as long as you do it correctly. Here's what I like to do. I call it my super secret ninja move. I know that subtraction is the same thing as adding the opposite. So I turn that into a plus sign, but then I change all the signs in the meantime. So if it was negative, make it positive. If it was positive, make it negative. Now I can go ahead and add. So these do cancel. 3c plus a negative 7c is negative 4c. And 11 plus a negative 7 is 4. And I can solve that pretty easy. I think c is going to equal a negative 1. And if I plug that back in, again, solve for b, write your answer in alphabetical order, and you should be good to go. I do kind of want to, just real quick, when I looked at 1b, I noticed it wasn't in the right order. Okay, make sure your x's are on top of each other and your y's are on top of each other, so that when you add them, things can cancel happily. Same thing with this, kind of random example time. If you're solving along and you get down to the bottom and let's say everything cancels, all your variables cancel, and so you end up with canceled equals, like 5 or whatever. Well, if everything cancels, that side just means it now equals 0, right? 0 equals 5. That's going to be two parallel lines. So the answer is no solution. On the other hand, if everything canceled all the way, here's your x, your y equals a number, x, y equals a number, your x is canceled, your y is canceled, your numbers even canceled, you ended up with 0 equals 0. Well, 0 always equals 0. So the answer is infinite solutions.